guys, it's Sarah, and today I'm going to be doing a bit of a rant about the SAT and just like the College Board in general. And if you don't know what the College Board is, like if you haven't taken the SAT yet, like the SAT is from the College Board. Like the College Board is where you look at your scores. It's what holds the test. It's like SAT website, the place where you get your AP scores, that's the College Board. So I personally haven't had some great experiences with the College Board and the SAT in general. So I'm just kind of gonna be like sharing why I don't like it and then just some tips and stuff, learning from my mistakes, like what I would tell someone taking the SAT to do. First, I guess I will start with my rant. I'll start with why I don't like it, why I think it's super unfair. So basically what I've learned is either you need to be really fucking smart to begin with and like be a really good test taker, or you need to be really rich.
Okay, I may have been exaggerating when I said really rich, but like, let's be real, a prep course is not very cheap. It's like fucking $500 if you're lucky, honestly. But yeah, just to get that disclaimer out of the way, like, let's be real, you gotta scrape out some money if you want to do that.
So you can afford like prep courses that will guarantee you get like a really high point raise, or else you're probably gonna do really freaking bad on the SAT. And I learned it the hard way. So this is what I don't like about it. The fact that I had to learn that the SAT is kind of like unfair myself. My school personally, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people's schools, I don't know, maybe your school is different, don't prepare you for the SAT at all. They don't prepare you for like that kind of test. If you don't know what the SAT is, like if you're like just getting into high school or you're in middle school, the ACT and the SAT are two standardized tests that basically most colleges need from you. Like it usually doesn't matter which one you take, but most people I know do the SAT. I don't know, I just personally don't know that many people who do the ACT. Just those kinds of standardized tests I have never been prepared for. I didn't know what they were until my sophomore year when it's like required for you to take the PSAT, and like that was my first time ever doing a standardized test like that, and let me tell you, I did horrible. Like I did so bad. And same with the ACT. Like basically every time I took it at school, I didn't really know it was coming. Like I mean I kind of did, but like I didn't really think much of it, and no teacher really like told us about it. No one was like, oh, just remember the SATs in a month, like, or the PSATs in a month or whatever. Like no teacher ever really like urges you to study or anything. Like there isn't a class that teaches you how to take that kind of test at all. So basically I took the PSAT twice, the practice SAT twice, before I took my first SAT, because I'm pretty sure every school holds the PSAT in the United States. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So I took it my sophomore year and my junior year, and it's always in October. So I took those. I did not prepare for them at all, like at all. So of course I did really bad on the PSAT, but the PSAT is not what matters. That's just like a practice. Like no college is going to be looking at your PSAT. But what matters is your SAT. So the SAT is something that your school doesn't really hold. It's always on a Saturday. The first time I took it was May of my junior year, so it was like way after the PSAT. By then, like I don't know, I didn't prepare for that one really that much. I got like a practice, like I got a book online. I think my mom ordered it through the College Board. I can't really remember. Anyways, I had a book. I barely touched that thing because it was also the same month as like AP testing, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to focus on AP testing because like I'm probably just gonna end up taking the SAT anyways, like over again. I knew I was gonna do really bad. I knew I was just gonna end up retaking it the next time I could because I didn't have high expectations. And honestly, if I could go back, I would have started studying for the SAT so much earlier. So after I took the SAT, I did really bad. So my mom signed Emma and I up for a prep course over summer, which was like 10 weeks. We did it twice a week, and it was just at the like nearby community college, like near where we live. And honestly, if I could give you any advice, it would be to not do a class and to get like a private one-on-one tutor, because I don't think I learned anything in that class, and it was like $400. Like, they charged a lot for it. I feel like the teacher just didn't really care. Like, she was just teaching it to like have something to do over summer because she needed to make some money or something, but like literally people would just be sitting on their phones in that class. I know that's not how every single like prep class works, but like personally, either way, like I feel like being in a class environment where you're not really like working really hard one-on-one with someone, like actually coaching you, isn't as effective. Like, it just doesn't work as well for me personally. So basically I took the SAT again in October, because they don't do the SAT over summer. They just do it like January, March, May, June, and then that's it. And then October, November, December, and then those are like the only dates. So I had to wait until October because I wasn't gonna do the June one because that was like way too soon after. Like, I didn't have time to study. And basically what happened on my second SAT, this was after I took the prep course, I did worse than I did the first time because I was sick. So that really sucked. I was sure I was gonna do better, but I ended up doing even worse than the first. I was supposed to apply for colleges November 15th, the early decision, or early action I mean, and basically I can't do that anymore because I didn't do well on the SAT. And yes, it is partially my fault that I didn't do as well, but I think it is so unfair that they have this expectation that you're gonna do, like, they think this is gonna represent you as a student. There are literally studies that show like the SAT does not reflect you, like it doesn't reflect your IQ at all. It doesn't reflect you as a student, like it doesn't do that. And like, I think slowly schools are starting to realize that. I noticed like a lot of schools all of a sudden this year are just like, oh, we don't require the SAT or ACT anymore, like, because I'm pretty sure they realize like it's a really bad reflection on like you as a student. Okay, so now on to why I don't like the College Board and I don't have a great relationship with them. So if you sign up for the SAT at the end, I'm pretty sure this is a new thing, like, because when I took the SAT, they redesigned it, like it was a completely new SAT. There's a different scoring system and everything. I'm pretty sure they also added a question and answer service, because at the end of it they will ask you like if you want to do the question and answer service. And mind you, this is extra money. I think it was like an extra $15, something like that. I don't know, but that's like kind of a lot of money, I'd say. So basically they will send you your test and just like the answers you answered, and then next to it will be like the correct answer, and it will just like show you all of your wrong answers. So basically you can like go over it and study with that and like not make the same mistakes you made the first time. So of course Emma and I decided to get this because we knew going into our first SAT that that was not going to be the only SAT we were going to take. We knew that we were going to need something to study off of, and like basically since it was the new SAT, it took a while for us to get our scores because they had like a new way of like scoring it and stuff, which is understandable. I don't care about that. The question and answer service, we didn't get it until, wait for it, October. We took the test in May and we didn't get our question and answer service until October. I'm assuming it was just a little bit messy that year just because like it was new. I think it was new. I don't know if it was new. If not, then that's really sad because they should have like fixed that issue. But like, I don't know if this happened to anyone else. Basically, we did not get our question and answer service until 5 months after we took our test. I took my second test October 1st, so I didn't get it in time to study for my October test, which really sucked because we spent extra money to get it and study off of it, which is so annoying. That's not even really the part that annoyed me. The part that annoyed me is when I called them, because I like called them like September, like being like, yo, where is this? Like, I'm taking the SAT in a month and I want to be able to study with it. And I called them and they like read back my address to me, and I think they made this up because I never write down my address wrong. Like, always double check it. Like, they told me I put like my street address and my zip code after my street address, like on the same line. Like, you know how when you write out your address, like there will be the street line, the city you live in, and the state, and then your zip code? Apparently, they told me I put my zip code in the part that it was supposed to be, but apparently I also put my zip code in the street address line, which I know I never do. Like, I would not do that. And I have some proof that I didn't do that because they told me they would refund it and send me a new one. I got one in the mail a day before my SAT, the October SAT, and then I got one the next week because that was the one I was supposed to get. Basically, I did not mess up my address and they just lied to me because really they were the ones that didn't mail it or something. My sister didn't get hers either. She got hers the same time the one I was supposed to get came. Same, I'm pretty sure her boyfriend did the same thing. And I just asked Emma and she said that Atlas also had the same issue. They didn't call the SAT and ask where it was, or they did, but like they didn't tell them about the address because like, I don't know, I asked different questions I think. Basically, they lied to me telling me I put down the wrong address when really I didn't because I actually got it in the mail eventually. So really it was their fault and they were trying to blame it on me. Ever since I messed up my address on a Brandy Melville order, like I always double check my address all the time. Like I always make sure it's right. So basically they lied and that's why I don't like the College Board. Oh, I was like signing up for the SAT like a couple weeks ago because I'm taking it again in November, obviously because I did worse than the first time, so I have to take it again. But I was signing up and it kept like failing, like the page kept like not loading, and I remember like there were a couple other times that like I think the first time Emma tried signing up for the SAT, like it wasn't working properly. And like the other day I was on the SAT website, like I was like trying to get my scores and it crashed multiple times, so I couldn't like send my scores and it was just super frustrating. Like the College Board website just always crashes and it's super frustrating because it's like I need to sign up for this, so I ended up signing for the SAT 20 minutes after the freaking deadline, so I had to pay extra. That's the most annoying thing ever. I guess my rant is over. I'm just gonna be giving you some tips now. So basically, I already mentioned this one kind of. I would really recommend getting a private tutor instead of doing like a class with multiple people. It's just a lot more effective, especially if you have a really low score. Like, I mean, honestly, if you have like a high score and you're just trying to get it up a little bit, like a class might not be a bad option for you, but I'm just saying, like, if you're like me and you have a really low score, do a private tutor. It might be a little bit more expensive, but like if your SAT is really important for you to like get into that college that you just really want to go to, then I would really recommend a private tutor. They actually know what they're doing, like, and don't do like a tutor that's just like, oh, I tutor in like algebra, English, math. I can do some SAT tutoring and ACT tutoring too, like if you need that. Like, no, actually do someone that specializes in SAT tutoring because they know what they're doing. They literally know the SAT like by heart. They know how it works. They know every tip and trick and everything you need to know about the SAT. I swear I learned so much more the first day I took my private tutor than I ever learned in the class I took over summer. The next tip is honestly a week to 2 weeks before your SAT, be healthy. Drink lots of water, eat healthy food, sleep a lot. Like, you do not want to be getting sick. I know from like first-hand experience, like getting sick and taking the SAT does not work out at all. It literally made me do worse than the first time. I feel like I've said that like 100 times in this video now, but like honestly, do not, like, just try not to get sick, drink your emergency, like eat healthy food, sleep a lot, like, and yeah. So this next one might sound a little bit like silly, I guess, but try not to like get in fights or like start drama with people. I don't know, we all know high school can come with like a little bit of drama and it can be annoying sometimes, and you don't want to spend like the whole morning of your SAT just worrying about something, having your brain clouded with like thoughts that are super irrelevant to the SAT. Like, you don't want to be thinking about that fight you got in like 2 days ago, like with your friend or something during like while you're supposed to be taking a test, because I know that stuff can be a little bit distracting. It will just throw you off and make you concentrate less. I know you can't like completely prevent drama, like it doesn't exactly work like that, but like if someone's bothering you, just wait until after the SAT to tell them that. I don't know, I feel like this sounds really weird, but like your thought process needs to be like on the SAT. You don't want it clouded by unnecessary drama. You don't want to like have distractions. I don't know if I have any other tips. I feel like that's it. I don't know, dress comfy. Don't dress to impress, like to find your future husband. Like, don't dress up for it. You don't need to. You don't need to wear makeup. Like, honestly, just spend your time like eating a nice breakfast instead of like caking on your makeup or something. So yeah, basically that is everything I have to say, I think. If you found this helpful, then like let me know. Also, I really enjoy doing these kind of like rant videos, so if there are any like topics that you want me to talk about, then like let me know. I have lots of opinions on things and I really enjoy making these kinds of videos, so I would love to make more videos like this. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video and give it a thumbs up. I literally just said like this video. I'm so dumb. Yeah, follow my social media, which is down below. And yeah.